Welcome to Mrs. Anderson's Nutrition and the last episode of the Nutrition Through the Ages series. If you stuck with me, you've seen nutrition needs for every stage of the life cycle, plus some connected special edition videos. In this video, we will look at older adult nutrition, ages 65 and up. So beginning with macronutrients, macronutrients are the nutrients that the body requires in large amounts, and they are what make up our total caloric intake, whatever foods we're eating. Not much is different compared to adult macronutrient need. Carbs are still our brain's primary source of energy, and we need about 45 to 65% of our total food intake to come from carbs. Fats are needed to support brain functions. Fats also help cushion and insulate the body, and fats are needed to absorb some vitamins. We need about 20 to 35% of our total food intake to come from fats. Now, protein is needed to repair the cells in our bodies and to make new ones. We need about 10 to 35% of our total daily food intake to come from protein. One thing to keep in mind about protein is to try to consume it evenly throughout the day to avoid excreting excess and to ensure that the body takes in exactly what it needs. And lastly, calories are not a macronutrient, but they are worth mentioning here. This is where I usually say we need to listen to our body's cues to determine our hunger and satiety. However, with the older population, our cues may not be as reliable, so let's look at some changes happening in the body at this age. Many older adults will experience lower energy needs compared to their previous energy needs as adults, and this is mostly due to a decrease in physical activity. But it's also connected to muscle mass and lean tissue loss. Additionally, food intake and nutritional status can decline when our taste, touch, vision, and smell receptors begin to function differently than they once did. Vision changes impact our ability to read food labels, set temperature and time settings when cooking, and decrease our access to foods if driving is no longer possible. And vision changes can also decrease the visual appeal that typically comes with advertisements, restaurant menus, and product packaging. Oral health changes like loss of teeth or ill-fitting dentures can make eating both difficult and unenjoyable. Changes in gut bacteria can occur with age and with certain medications, and this can mean less diversity of bacteria plus an increased prevalence of the bad bacteria. Changes in satiety and hunger hormones can make it difficult to want to eat. Changes in digestive enzymes can decrease the body's ability to absorb nutrients. And lastly, intestinal motility changes can decrease the body's ability to properly digest proteins, fats, and carbs. But keep in mind that aging and older adulthood does not automatically equal poor health. Just like with adulthood, achieving and sustaining health is possible, but it definitely takes more effort. Degeneration of our bodies as we age can be connected to low physical activity and poor nutrition, plus one other piece that we will look at in just a minute. So let's take a look at some potential nutrient deficiencies that may interfere with overall health. Vitamins B6, B12, and folate have increased susceptibility to deficiency in older adults due to absorption being more difficult. Calcium and vitamin D are both needed to help combat osteoporosis risk and maintain bone health in general. Vitamin C and vitamin E are both essential antioxidants that help aid in immune functions. And this is an age group where single nutrient supplementation is likely to be prescribed, as it can be difficult to gain some nutrients through food alone. It's always important, though, to avoid megadosing and possible toxicity, especially with vitamins D and iron. And so moving beyond specific nutrients, what else can impact our health as we get older? Food insecurity is a big issue with the older adult population. People often assume someone is food insecure due to their low income status, and while that can definitely be true for many individuals, they are not the only ones impacted. Decreased mobility, functional impairment, health problems, purpose, and a minimal social network all contribute to food insecurity, leaving them decreased access to sufficient food or food of adequate quality to meet their needs. The companion blog post provides a number of resources to aid in food security. Lastly, social isolation and loneliness impact both our physical health and mental health. Research indicates the need to engage in meaningful, productive activities with others to maintain health and overall well being. One more nutrition consideration for the older adult population is polypharmacy. Polypharmacy refers to taking 5 or more medications simultaneously and is associated with a decrease in nutritional status. This can be due to a medication's side effect of decreased appetite, or it could be the result of how the medications are working in the body. In these cases of polypharmacy, malnutrition, difficulty with daily tasks, and impaired cognition can all occur to a higher degree when compared to non-polypharmacy patients. If you want to learn more about polypharmacy, there is a special edition drug and nutrient interaction post in this series. And that about does it. We have made our way through nutrition needs for the entire life cycle and then some. I would like to share a big thank you to each of the guest authors, Jill, Ale, Raven, and Melissa, for their unique contributions to this series. Thank you so much for watching. Have a great day.